Hi, this video demonstrates how to print numbers from 1 up to the number provided by the user by using a Python function. On the screen, the left hand side is the Python code in which in the first line we are accepting an input number from the user. Then we are using one of the looping statement, namely for statement, to print all the numbers starting from 1 up to the number provided by the user. Then you can see a code segment which containing assembly level instruction of this high level Python code, followed by there is a data segment, stack segment and heap segment. These are used to store the data temporarily and permanently. Then you have a set of CPU registers are there. Since CPU registers are limited in number, we need to move the data between CPU registers and data segment to efficiently use the CPU registers. In order to start executing the program, click the start button under the code segment. And the first line gets executed. As a result, two memory variables are created in the data segment, namely n and I. In order to proceed the execution, click the forward button here, and the currently executing line is indicated by a light blue color here. So this is prompt to enter an input number. Here I am entering an input of 5. That means I want all numbers starting from 1 to 5. After that, click the submit button. Then the third line initializing the variable I to 1, because we want to print from 1 up to the input number 5. Then to perform the arithmetic operation, we have to load the input value to the one of the register R1. Then our program will go to a section of code labeled L2, that is the next line, in which we are loading the I value to another register R2. Then we are comparing whether the value in R2 is lesser than R1. If the condition is true, we are printing the value in the R2. This procedure will continue until this lesser than operation became false. So now it is incremented to 2. That value is stored back to data segment because CPUs can't store the data for longer time. Then after that, the data is again loaded from the data segment to registers. Then we are comparing the value at R2 and R1. Since the condition is true, we are printing the value as 2. Then we are incrementing the value at R2. It is loaded back to data segment. Then we are loading back that into one of the register R2 again. Still the condition is true, so we are printing the output as 3 right now. Then we are incrementing the value at R2 register. Then we are storing it back to data segment. Again loading back to R4. Condition is true, so we are printing and incrementing the value to 5. That value is loaded back to data segment again. Since our output was true, we are again executing this loop, but now our condition became false. So it will go to a section of code labeled L1, in which we are terminating the program. So that's all in this video. Thank you for watching.